Hi YouTube watchers and psychic friends, thank you for listening and watching my reading on Kathy Griffin. I am Lamarr Townsend. I'm a natural intuitive, clairvoyant, clairaudient, empathic tarot psychic reader, or psychic tarot reader, and I thank you for listening and watching this video. And you can contact me at lamarrtownsendtarot.com for your own personal, private, confidential tarot reading or your own birth chart reading. My readings are $1 per minute, and my birth chart readings are $45 for 30 minutes, so I would love to read for you. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notification button, the notification bell, so that you will get a notification every time I drop a new video, because you never know when I will drop a new video. That's part of the excitement of being one of my subscribers, is that you just never know when I'm going to drop a new video, and you never know what the content will be when I drop it. So with that being said, the content I'm dropping currently is a psychic reading on Miss Kathy Griffin. Kathy, by the way, please contact me at lamarrtownsendtarot.com for your own personal, private, confidential tarot reading. Follow me on Instagram at Lamarr Townsend, and like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamarr Townsend official. Alright? So, Kathy, I'm actually a Kathy Griffin fan. I have to say, I've seen her live before. I saw her in DC a couple years ago. It was I was like front row. I was like maybe second row actually. So I was very up close. I got to see her up close. But what was very interesting was that it was kind of an older audience. I wasn't like, there weren't very many young people like me at the time. I was like maybe like 22, 23. I'm 25 now. And it was just like me, little old me, with my like cute little knapsack, and just like an outfit I actually stitched together on my well, partially stitched together myself. Just the little sleeves actually. It was like a jacket. It was cold, I think, at the time. And it was just like me, and like, I remember just like it was like a bunch of older gay white men. Just a bunch of older gay white men. And it was just like a kind of weird audience. Because, Kathy can like, she can be kind of out there. So, I don't know. But it was a fun night. It was very interesting. I enjoyed myself. And she put on a good show. So, but Kathy, what is going on right now? Kathy, did this press conference, and, after the Trump debacle, the Trump photo that she took, that she says it was a joke. But some people aren't taking it as a joke, even some people who don't like Trump aren't taking it as a joke. They're like, whoa, like, Kathy, what is this woman doing? What is this crazy lady doing? So, Kathy, I love you, but I need to see what's going on. By the way, if you want to actually watch my review of Kathy's show, I made one, I believe, like when I got back from the show, I made a video of like a review video. And I mentioned what she talked about. It's actually quite funny. I actually got a lot of views, more views than I expected. By the way, I'm a messy shuffler. I've been shuffling and talking this whole time. Usually I shuffle with my eyes closed, but I didn't want cards to fly out, and now I'm shuffling with my eyes closed. But yeah, it's just the message that comes out that's important, and not how you shuffle. Although, I mean, you definitely need to shuffle at least, Shuffling is an important part of the process. Alright. Past, present, future. Kathy, conclusion. Kathy, the card at the bottom of the deck. And let's see if everything's in frame. No. Better. Even though there's like a really bad glare on the card. The card at the bottom of the deck. The card at the bottom of the deck is always the overall energies, and it is the Nine of Wands. And this tells me that Kathy is definitely regretting, having a lot of regrets over what she did. A lot of regrets. Ooh, let me just make sure that we're good. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see the card, it's like dark, but she's having a lot of regrets over what she did, a lot of regrets over the joke that she made. I actually feel like it was kind of a PR stunt. There we go. I'm actually feeling like it was kind of a PR stunt, you guys. Like maybe someone in her team or her team kind of pulled her into it, like kind of, you know, influenced her or suggested her or persuaded her. Persuasion is a word that comes to mind very strong. Persuasion. I feel like someone in her team persuaded her to do it. And I feel like it was something like, think of all the press that you'll get, you know, think of all the press that you'll get, think of all the people that don't like him, think of all the people that hate Trump, like, you know, I feel like it was a PR move, but it was a bad PR move. And then I think she probably should have stopped at the apology and not should have done the press release, but that could just be my opinion and not my psychic revelation. Let's pull some more cards. Here we have the Four of Cups. She's feeling bamboozled by her team. She's feeling bamboozled. She's feeling like something's not right. Something's not adding up. Something's not right. Something's not adding up. I feel like she feels like she can't trust her team now. And it's interesting because I believe Kathy's a Scorpio and, you know, it's the Four of Cups. But there's a cup behind, and notice that also, I don't know if you guys can see the card, there's the woman in the card is like a redhead. She looks like a redhead. And Kathy is a notorious redhead. But, I feel like there's a lot of issues going on in her camp, like a lot of missing answers. Like it's not just this incident as well, it's like other incidents. Like, you know what? There was that one time where this went missing, my money went missing, or this happened again, this PR incident happened in the past. You know, like I'm feeling maybe like some type of sabotage in her camp. And I feel like it could date even back to the Fashion Police era when she was on Fashion Police. And like the way she exited was also like, it just wasn't a good PR move. It didn't look good on her part. Let's pull more cards. In the present position we have the Four of Swords. Feeling almost like I did this to myself. I did this to myself. She knew she should have made some cuts in the beginning. She knew she should have cut some people off in the beginning in her camp surrounding her. I feel like there's a lot of catty people in her camp. A lot of catty people that work for her or that work with her. It's like they're very nice in her face, but they like talk behind her back or something like that. They're just bad influences. The Six of Wands. Kathy's preparing for a fight. Kathy's preparing for a fight. I feel like this was a PR stunt gone wrong. And I feel like the root of it is in her camp, her own camp. Whoever it was that influenced her, that persuaded her to do this thing in the first place. That persuaded her that, hey, this is going to get you so much press, and think of, You know, it's almost like, you know, new life needed to be, you know, injected into her career or something. Or, you know how sometimes, like, celebrities, they do PR stunts, or, like, they create some crazy situation around them, you know, to drum up press for them, you know, if they have, like, a tour or an album or something to sell, or that they want to, you know, push through, you know. It's almost like, well, look how much press I can get, you know, look, it's like a negotiation tactic almost. But I feel like it was the one that went wrong. Very wrong. And now she's trying to do damage control. But it's like, it's making things worse for damage control. Like, that press release made things worse, I feel. So Kathy really needs to look at her camp and make some changes within her camp. Immediately. Immediately. Ten of Pentacles. And this, Ten of Pentacles even, like, it's like family money, you know. Money in the sense of it's people kind of in bed together, in the sense of like investors almost, or people putting their money up together for a project almost, or a group of friends, you know, starting a business, you know, a family business. It's like that type of energy. But it's also like seedy people, seedy money, seediness, snakes even, you know. There's definitely some people that are going to be cut in her camp. People that have been with her for a long time. Kathy needs to make some changes in terms of her team, you guys. Kathy definitely needs to make some changes in terms of her team, her PR team, her, maybe even down to, like, all the way down to her management, her agent, like, you know, like, it's almost like the people are turning against her. People that she's known for years are like, it's almost like they're turning against her. I feel like Trump, ooh. Trump is going to be ruthless with her. Trump is going to be ruthless. He's going to be unforgiving. The Six of Cups. Lots of sixes. We have the Six of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. Kathy's about to go through a lot of transformation in terms of her career and her her team. The way she's conducted her career and her staff. I feel like she's about to go through a lot of transformations and a lot of transformations. I feel like we're about to see a different side of Kathy. She's about to do even more damage control. I feel like it's almost like, you know, like she might take on like very serious dramatic types of roles where she's like not wearing any makeup, and like it's like a very dramatic, like she's crying, like it's almost like that type of like damage control where she has to make a complete 380 shift, 360 shift in terms of her career. Like, you know, she has to really prove to the public, like, hey, I'm sorry, like I didn't mean it, you know, like I am one of you. You know, I feel like Trump is going to try to blackball her. I feel like Trump is going to try to blackball her. Kathy, this is so, oh, Kathy, I'm so sad. Well, this is definitely a moment in Kathy's career where she's never gonna forget, y'all. She is going through it. She could be going through legal situations behind the scenes as well. There are people influencing her. Sometimes I see the black and white cups, and I know this may sound weird to you, but I see the black and white cups sometimes. Black and white cups sometimes is like mind control, or like influencing, being influenced by, being persuaded. So I feel like she was being persuaded a lot in her career, and by the people. There were a lot of people in her ear telling her which move she should make, you know. But I feel like all that's about to change. I feel like Kathy, you know, it's interesting because Kathy is such a big, you know, well not, you know, Kathy is such a seasoned comedian at this point that she should have some type of control over her own career. To be honest, Kathy, I'm surprised you don't have more control over your career. You didn't. I mean, you have control, but it just seems like you have a lot of people working for you that have a lot of say over the projects you do, and just a lot of say over your career, that a lot of influence over your career than they should have. Like, I almost feel like Kathy was like, I don't know if this is a good idea, you know, regarding the Trump, you know, picture. I feel like initially she was like, I don't know how I feel about this. But I really feel like someone was like, no, it's going to be so good, you're going to get so much press, you know, we'll be able to spin it around to make it work, to make it funny, you know, we'll be able to bounce back from it. It's just all about the press. It's almost like all press is good press, you know. Yeah, Kathy's about to go through a lot of changes. The Hierophant, the Hermit, the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like she might be shelling out a lot of money in legal fees. She might be shelling out a lot of money in legal fees. I feel like she's gonna make a complete shift in her career, you guys. I feel like she might have to take on some like low budget movie roles or something like that to she's I feel like the energy of I have to rework the circuit. I have to build my career up from the ground again, or something like that. Something like that. That type of energy. The Empress. Four of Wands. King of Cups. She's gonna bounce back though. Ooh, the Devil. Kathy, you need to be way more discerning. Kathy. Andrew, Scorpio, girl. You need to be more discerning. I feel like sometimes even Kathy takes deals where it's like she's not getting everything she deserves. Interesting. Kathy gets herself into a lot of trouble by not listening to her intuition and putting more weight on other people's opinions around her. That can like pull strings, maybe that can like get her on this show, or that can like find a creative way to drum up press, or that can even get her press with this like, you know what I'm saying, like that has some type of influence in the industry. I feel like Kathy is very easily influenced, very easily persuaded, but I also feel like she's very strong-minded as well. Lots of conflicts. Five of Wands. The Emperor. I'm definitely feeling like she's going through some legal situations, or she will be going through some legal situations. Ace of Pentacles. She's going to be shelling out a lot of money in legal fees, I feel. She probably should have never taken this photo, you guys. I mean, she probably should have never taken that photo. I feel like this is gonna haunt her. I'm sorry, y'all, the camera cut off. But will Kathy be able to pull through from this situation? Will Kathy be able to pull through from this situation? Will Kathy be able to pull through from this situation? This Donald Trump fiasco. Will she be able to pull through? It's really one of those situations where you really need to watch the company you keep, because not everybody that you think is your friend is really your friend. Not everybody that you think is your friend is your friend, unfortunately. And this, should be a lesson, when, we should really listen to our own intuition, not only about the things people tell us and the things people say to us and the things people influence us to do or kind of persuade us to do, but just the people themselves. Like, if we get bad vibes from people, or if we feel, even if they're friends that we've known for years, people can switch up on you, y'all. People can switch up on you. So you really, it's like, are you a friend or are you a foe? So will Kathy be able to pull through from this? Will Kathy be able to pull through from this? I feel like she will, because she's a very witty and a very business savvy woman. Will Kathy be able to pull through? The card at the bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. Interesting. The card in the past position is the Four of Pentacles. She's definitely going to be holding on to her money. Definitely going to be holding on to her money. I feel like this situation might have hit her money hard. Or might hit her money hard. So she's definitely going to be holding on to her money. And her money is going to be very important to her right now. The Death card. Major transformation. Major ending. Future opportunities, though, here with the Knight of Pentacles in the future position. So I feel like she will pull through. She will pull through, you guys. She's going through a major transformation in her career, but she will pull through. It's almost like the tower. She's seeing the tower crumble right before her eyes. The tower she built, she's seeing crumble right before her eyes, all because of a simple picture that she took, a simple joke that she made, but it just went too far, Sometimes we also need to learn boundaries and know, we're having it's a very emotional time, very fired up time under this Trump administration. We're all emotional. We're all fired up. We're all feeling some type of way, but we also need to also have some type of decorum and tact and empathy. Donald Trump may be a number of things, but he is also a father and a husband, and what I'm saying, he's important to people that not only need him for monetary support or need him to just run the country, but also just need him as a father, and you know what I'm saying. So Donald Trump is a human too, and I think we need to remember that. Eight of Pentacles. Kathy's going to get hard to work on rebuilding her career, crafting her career from the ground up once again. This is actually a great time, though, when someone hits rock bottom, typically, is usually when, some of their greatest work comes about. It happened with Britney in Blackout, Kathy makes fun of Britney a lot in her act, or she used to, so that, I think is ironic, but it's also one of those situations, it's similar to Wendy Williams, where Wendy Williams, remember, made that comment about black history and white history or something like that, but we later found out that it was one of her producers that influenced her, that wrote on the teleprompter for her to say that or something like that. And it's basically someone in Wendy's ear influencing her to do something or say something or make a decision, something like that, where it's not everyone, you know, who you think is your friend is your friend. Not everyone who you think is your friend. Not everyone who you have around you has the same values, has the same interests as you. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to watch the company you guys keep. I feel like Kathy may also have a lot of young people around her. Young people. Or maybe she needs more young people around her. I feel like she's going to be attacking off a lot of haters. I feel like it's split. It's 50-50. There's people who support her, and then there's people who are like, I can't stand Kathy, you know. And this is going to follow her for years, you guys. I think I was saying before the camera cut off, this is going to follow her for years. I feel. That Trump picture, photo, no, that Trump photo rain just won't let up. Four of Cups keeps coming up. The Ten of Swords, the Moon, vagueness, Nine of Wands. She's gonna pull through, Kathy. She's gonna pull through. She's gonna be okay. She's gonna work from the ground up. We're gonna see her do some transitions, some new things. Maybe take on some new roles in her career. These things that she's doing probably aren't going to make her happy, but it's the things that she needs to do to get the public back on her side. And overall, I feel like she will, you know, gain some type of good standing in the public once again. But, you know, it may take her a while to get through this. I'm also, once again, seeing some legal situations. So she really may be going through some legal situations behind the scenes as well, Kathy. So, Kathy, I'm wishing you all the best. I'm wishing you all the best. I had to make sure the camera didn't cut off because, woo, I was really upset when I, you know, looked up and the camera was not recording when I had been talking for 10 minutes. So, Kathy, you're going to pull through this, Kathy. You probably shouldn't have done this, but you know, we live and learn, Kathy. And let this really be a lesson to watch the company you guys keep, okay? Watch the people whose opinions you let into your life and whose opinions you let dictate the directions you go in your life. And it's even little opinions, little things that influence us. You know, we. We have a lot of influences in our life. We have a lot of things that that influence our decisions. That's why it's ever so important to be in touch with your own intuition, so you can avoid situations like these. So Kathy, I wish you nothing but the best, and listen to your intuition more. And you're gonna pull through, okay? And Kathy, I wish you nothing but the best. I feel like you might need some more. Actually, you might need some younger people on your team. I don't know, or maybe you already have younger people, and maybe you definitely need more mature people on your team. You need more mature, business savvy people who understand the business of marketing, who understand the business of crisis management almost. So Kathy, I know you're going to understand what I'm talking about. You're going to do what it takes. You're going to take all the necessary steps to get your career back in good standing. So I'm really not worried about it. I think she's going to be fine, guys. I just think this was a bad move, bad PR move, okay? Kathy, love you. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Please contact me at Lamarr Townsend Tarot for your own personal tarot reading. And I thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much.